IJERPH, Volume 15, pages 2061, Occupational Health Risk Assessment in the Electronics Industry in China based on the Occupational Classification Method and EPA Model. International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health DOI, 10.3390/IJERPH 151020061. Ying, Jingdong, Zhang, Zixian, Wu. The awareness of occupational health risk management in the electronics industry is weak in China, and many Chinese occupational health management regulations have not been effectively implemented. China&rsquo's current occupational hazards classification method and the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) inhalation risk assessment model recognized internationally were used to perform health risk assessments for a chip manufacturing company in the electronics industry in order to determine the existing problems and put forward the optimization proposals of the occupational hazards classification method in China. The results showed that the detected concentrations of toxic and harmful chemicals in all testing points did not exceed the occupational health exposure limits in China. According to the EPA inhalation risk assessment model, the highest values of non-carcinogenic risks of ammonia, chlorine, fluoride, sulfuric acid, hydrogen chloride, ethylene glycol, phosphine, boron trifluoride, isopropanol, benzene, and xylene were 5.10, 67.12, 1.71, 45.98, 1.83, 1.43, 160.35, 46.56, 2.52, 5.55, and 5.37, respectively, which means workers in electronic chip manufacturing companies exposed to these chemicals have higher occupational health risks. However, on the basis of the Occupational Hazards Classification Method, the occupational health risks of exposure to the toxic and hazardous chemicals are relatively harmless operations. The evaluation results of the EPA inhalation risk assessment model are generally higher than those of the Occupational Hazards Classification Method. It&rsquo recommended to refine the value of occupational exposure limit B, taking more characteristics of the hazard factors into account and fuzzifying the parameters to optimize the occupational hazards classification method. At the same time, it is suggested that the electronic chip manufacturing company should conduct antivirus risk management covering in three aspects: increasing the awareness of occupational hazards, enhancing system ventilation, and improving personal health management measures.